Dinosaurs to Ice Age Prehistoric Earth Evolution, 2 hour sleep learning for restful memory. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, and slowly 2, 3, 4. Your shoulders are soft, releasing. Your jaw is loose, relaxed, open. Today drifts away, all thoughts melting into quietness. As you rest tonight, your mind gently organizes everything you already know about prehistoric Earth, about dinosaurs, about the age of mammals, about ice, about the vast journey of life itself, effortlessly, naturally. Your understanding deepens without any effort. Your mind absorbs all of this peacefully. Now we begin. In this moment of quietness, you are entering a space where Earth's oldest stories exist. Stories written in stone, in fossils, in the evidence preserved beneath your feet. Stories that span more than 200 million years. You already hold this knowledge within you, perhaps through learning, through curiosity, through exposure to these amazing truths. Tonight, as you rest, this understanding organizes itself more deeply in your mind, settling naturally into the places where true knowledge lives. The history of prehistoric Earth is a journey of transformation, from dominion by reptiles to the rise of mammals to the great freezing and the reshaping of the world again and again. These changes did not happen suddenly, but across millions of years, each change a step in the unfolding of life itself. When you rest with these understandings, your brain is not working hard. It is simply integrating, organizing, strengthening what you already know at some level. Your mind recognizes these patterns, this ancient story, because it is part of your deeper human knowledge. You are safe, comfortable, and ready to let your deeper mind absorb and consolidate what we will gently explore together. Imagine a time, 252 million years ago, when the world was very different from today. The continents were gathered together in one massive supercontinent called Pangaea. This vast land had hot, dry climates, and the weather was extreme. Then the Earth began to shift. The continents broke apart slowly over millions of years, opening oceans between them. And in this time of change, a remarkable group of creatures emerged, the dinosaurs. The first dinosaurs were not the giant creatures you might imagine. They were smaller, more delicate, about the size of a large chicken or small wolf. Scientists call the earliest dinosaur Eoraptor, meaning dawn raptor. And from this humble beginning, all the diversity of dinosaurs evolved. During the Triassic period, from 252 to 201 million years ago, dinosaurs began to spread, to diversify, to fill more and more ecological roles. The world was warm and tropical in many places. Forests of cycads and conifers covered the land, and in these forests, dinosaurs thrived. Your mind is gently settling into this understanding, a world of dinosaurs, not as a fantasy, but as a real time in Earth's history, when these reptiles were the dominant creatures, walking, running, hunting, living, just as mammals do today. And now, gently, we explore this time again in a different way. Imagine that life on Earth is like a vast symphony. Each epoch is like a movement, with certain instruments dominating, then fading, then new ones entering. In the Mesozoic movement, the dinosaurs are the dominant instruments, from small and simple at first, then growing more elaborate, more diverse, more powerful. The Jurassic period, which lasted from 201 to 145 million years ago, was when dinosaurs reached their greatest variety. Imagine giant sauropods, the largest animals ever to walk the Earth, longer than 3 city buses, yet gentle herbivores moving through tropical forests, munching on the tops of ancient trees, and smaller theropods, 2-legged hunters with sharp teeth and intelligent eyes, searching for prey. This symphony of dinosaurs continued in the Cretaceous period from 145 to 66 million years ago. New varieties appeared, flowering plants began to bloom, and the world was alive with dinosaurian diversity. Your mind is absorbing this, understanding that dinosaurs were not strange anomalies, but successful creatures, the dominant voice in Earth's symphony for over 135 million years. The dinosaurs you know about, Tyrannosaurus rex, Triceratops, Stegosaurus, these are the stars of the show, but they represent only a few moments in the dinosaur story, which spanned millions and millions of years. When you look up at birds today, when you see a sparrow or a hawk, you are actually looking at dinosaurs, because birds evolved from theropod dinosaurs. They are living descendants, carrying the dinosaur lineage forward through time. This connection is real, proven by fossil evidence, by genetics, by the structures of their bones and feathers. So, in a very real sense, dinosaurs never truly disappeared. They transformed, evolved, and continue to thrive in modern form. When you hear a bird sing, when you see a bird fly, you are witnessing the continuation of the dinosaur age, just in a different package. your understanding deepens, recognizing that what seems like a clear ending, the extinction of the dinosaurs, was actually a transformation, a change of form, a shifting of the balance. The dinosaur spirit, so to speak, continues in birds today. The understanding settles into you now. 252 million years of dinosaur dominance, from tiny Eoraptor to massive sauropods, from the Triassic to the Cretaceous, and continuing still in birds today. This knowing is becoming part of how you understand Earth's history. 66 million years ago, at the boundary between the Cretaceous and Paleogene periods, something catastrophic happened. An asteroid, vast as a mountain, traveling through space at tremendous speed, collided with Earth. The impact site is now buried beneath the seafloor off the coast of Yucatan in Mexico. Scientists call it the Chicxulub crater, and evidence shows this asteroid was likely between 6 and 9 miles wide. Imagine something so large, so fast, colliding with your planet. The impact was cataclysmic. Vast amounts of rock, dust, and ash were thrown into the atmosphere, blocking out the sun. Temperatures plummeted, photosynthesis stopped, plants died, animals starved, wildfires swept across continents, tsunamis taller than mountains raced across oceans. In this chaos, 75% of all animal species on Earth went extinct. The dinosaurs, which had ruled the world for over 135 million years, vanished, except for birds, which carried the dinosaur lineage forward. The marine reptiles, the plesiosaurs, the ichthyosaurs, all gone. The flying pterosaurs, extinct. But this ending, catastrophic as it was also a beginning. Because with the dinosaurs removed, new creatures would rise, new evolutionary paths would open. The age of mammals was about to begin. And as you rest, sense this understanding in a new way. Sometimes in life, profound change requires something to break, to shatter, to end completely. When a forest burns, it seems like total destruction. Yet from the ashes, new growth emerges, stronger, different, adapted to changed conditions. The asteroid was like a cosmic fire, clearing away what was, making space for what would be. It was not good or evil, but a natural force, reshaping the world. The dinosaurs did not fail. They had reigned magnificently, successfully, brilliantly. But their time had ended, and a new time was beginning. This is a pattern you see in your own life, in your own world. When one chapter closes, it is often because another chapter is ready to open. The ending and the beginning are woven together, inseparable. Each loss contains within it the seed of new possibility. Your understanding integrates this, recognizing that extinction, while sad from one perspective, is also creative. It clears ecological niches. It removes competition. It opens doors for new forms of life to flourish. Scientists know the asteroid impact was real. They have found the crater. They have identified the iridium layer around the world, marking the moment of impact. Layer upon layer of rock, each telling the story of what happened. But more than scientific evidence, we understand that mass extinctions have happened multiple times in Earth's history. The asteroid was not unique, but one of 5 great extinction events, each one reshaping the living world, each one opening space for new creatures to evolve, to flourish, to inherit the Earth. When you think about extinction, you might feel sadness, and that is natural. These were remarkable creatures, living fully in their time. But you might also recognize that their extinction made possible the evolution of all the mammals, all the primates, and eventually humans. You exist because dinosaurs went extinct. Your understanding resonates with this paradox, that from great loss came great possibility, that the asteroid impact, while ending an age, also opened the door to the age you live in, the age of mammals, your age. The understanding settles deeply now. The asteroid impact 66 million years ago, the extinction of 3/4 of Earth's life, the end of dinosaurian dominance, and the opening of opportunity for mammals to rise. This knowing is integrating, organizing, settling into you. For millions of years, while dinosaurs ruled the world, mammals existed in the shadows, small creatures no larger than a rat or shrew, hiding in burrows and forests, quiet, discreet, waiting. These early mammals were not the impressive creatures you see today. They had small brains, modest size, primitive teeth. They lived in the margins, filling small ecological niches that dinosaurs could not or would not use. They were present, but not dominant. Then came the asteroid, and the world changed. The dinosaurs vanished, the large herbivores were gone, the massive predators extinct, and suddenly the world was open, vast ecological niches empty and waiting. The mammals that survived the extinction, and they were few, looked out on a world transformed. In the Paleocene epoch, which lasted from 66 million to 56 million years ago, mammals began to expand, to grow larger, to diversify. Within the first 10 million years, mammals had reached sizes like small bears. Some had grown to 500 kilograms, specialized herbivores, hunters, animals adapted for new lifestyles. Your understanding deepens, recognizing that opportunity is essential for evolution, that when barriers are removed, when space opens, life expands into it, fills it, adapts to it. This is how the age of mammals began. Gently now, experience this understanding anew. Imagine a garden where one type of plant has dominated for millions of years. Their roots are deep, their canopy thick, little light reaches the ground, but then something changes. A fire perhaps, or a flood. The dominant plant is cleared away. Suddenly, light floods in, space opens, water and nutrients flow. All the smaller plants that were waiting in the shadows can now grow, can expand, can become tall, can flourish. They were always there, but constrained, limited. Now they are free. This is what happened to mammals. They were the smaller plants waiting for millions of years. And when the dinosaurs were removed, they could finally grow, finally expand, finally become the dominant creatures of the world. In the Eocene epoch, beginning 56 million years ago, a rapid warming event occurred, and mammals exploded in diversity. New forms appeared. Whales, bats, primates, great diversity, filling all the available niches, becoming truly modern. Your mind absorbs this, understanding that preparation is essential. The mammals had been prepared for millions of years, and when opportunity came, they rose to meet it. In your own life, you may recognize this pattern. Times when you have waited, prepared, learned, even when the opportunity was not yet visible. And then suddenly, the door opened, and you could use everything you had learned, everything you had prepared. The mammals are us. In a sense, we are the descendants of those small creatures that waited in the shadows for millions of years. And when the opportunity came, they and we flourished, grew, evolved into complex forms, into consciousness itself. When you look at modern mammals, horses, whales, primates, bears, all of them evolved from those tiny Paleocene creatures. Each one adapted to its own ecological niche, each one specialized for its own way of life. This diversification happened relatively quickly, in geological time, in just tens of millions of years. Your understanding grows deeper, recognizing that you are part of this mammalian legacy, that the evolution that began after the asteroid impact continues through you. You are an expression of that ancient adaptation, that ancient survival, that ancient potential finally realized. About 2.5 million years ago, the world began to cool. Ice sheets began to expand from the polar regions, moving south, covering the northern continents, growing and retreating in cycles. Each ice age lasting roughly 90,000 years, each warm period lasting perhaps 15,000 years. This cycling has continued until today. Each time the ice advanced, the climate grew colder, drier. Ice sheets covered vast areas of North America, Europe, and Asia. Each time the ice retreated, the world warmed, forests returned, animals migrated northward. The most recent peak cold, called the last glacial maximum, occurred about 20,000 years ago. At this time, the average global temperature was about 11 degrees Fahrenheit colder than today. Sea levels were 125 meters lower. Enormous areas of the world were covered in ice. Imagine a world where much of what is now temperate, moderate, lush was instead frozen. Glaciers towering miles into the sky. Ice sheets spreading across continents, yet life persisted, adapted, evolved to survive in this harsh world. Woolly mammoths, saber-toothed cats, giant ground sloths, creatures specialized for the cold. Your mind is absorbing this. The reality of ice, the challenge of ice, the way life adapts to extreme conditions. Your ancestors, modern humans, survived in this harsh world, adapting their behavior, their technology, their social structures to the glacial climate. And as sleep draws closer, experience this understanding differently. Think of the Pleistocene like a great breath, a long inhalation of cold lasting 90,000 years, then a slow exhalation of warmth lasting 15,000 years, then another inhalation, another breath. This breathing has continued for millions of cycles. It is not random chaos, but a pattern, a rhythm, predictable in its cycles, even if each specific cycle brings new conditions. The ice comes, persists, then retreats. The world warms, animals flourish, then the cold returns, and life adapts to each phase. During the warm phases, forests expand, tropical creatures flourish, but the creatures adapted for the cold must retreat to mountain heights, to northern refuges. And when the cold returns, those adapted for warmth must migrate south to survive. It is a dance of adaptation, of migration, of survival through change. Life does not resist the ice, but flows with it, adapts to it, uses it as the canvas for evolution. Your understanding resonates with this, recognizing the cycling of the world, the breathing of climate, the way life participates in these grand patterns. The ice ages shaped human evolution. Our ancestors, modern humans, emerged during these cycles of ice and warmth. We evolved the behaviors, the tools, the social structures to survive in harsh climates. When modern humans first entered North America, perhaps 15,000 to 12,000 years ago, they encountered megafauna, woolly mammoths, saber-toothed cats, giant ground sloths, and these humans hunted these creatures, lived with them, adapted to them. Eventually, as the climate changed, these megafauna went extinct. Around 15,000 years ago, the ice began to retreat more rapidly. The Younger Dryas, a final cold snap, gripped the world from roughly 12,800 years ago until 11,700 years ago. Then warming returned permanently. The Ice Age truly ended. The Holocene, our current geological epoch, began. Your ancestors survived this transition. They developed new tools, new hunting techniques, new plants to gather as vegetation changed. They showed remarkable adaptability, resilience, creativity. These traits, this potential, flows through you. It is part of your inheritance. Your understanding integrates this. You carry within you the genetic and cultural inheritance of beings who survived ice ages, who adapted to profound climate change. Your resilience, your adaptability, these come from deep time. During the Pleistocene, in the Ice Age world, creatures of extraordinary size roamed the earth. Woolly mammoths up to 4 meters tall, covered in thick coats of hair, browsing in cold grasslands. Saber-toothed cats, with canine teeth like daggers, hunting prey with strength and strategy. Giant ground sloths, slow-moving herbivores, each one larger than an elephant, yet peaceful. Gathering vegetation. Short-faced bears, 30% larger than modern grizzly bears, apex predators of their time. Dire wolves, hunting in coordinated packs, massive predators far larger than modern wolves. These creatures are called megafauna, literally giant fauna, animals larger than 44 kilograms. Though the true giants were vastly larger, and for thousands of years, they dominated the Pleistocene landscape. From 15,000 years ago, these giants began to disappear, to go extinct. Scientists debate what caused their extinction. Some point to climate change, the warming at the end of the Ice Age, habitat loss, vegetation shifts. Others point to human hunting, the arrival of modern humans in North America, the development of sophisticated hunting techniques, the predation pressure. Most likely, both factors played a role. The creatures adapted to Ice Age conditions. When the climate changed, they lost their habitats. And simultaneously, humans, increasingly skilled hunters, pursued them, pressured them, drove them toward extinction. Your mind is absorbing this, understanding that even in the ancient world, extinction happened, change happened. Species that thrived for millennia, suddenly faced with shifting conditions, could not adapt quickly enough and vanished. And gently sense this understanding in a different form. Imagine a creature perfectly adapted for one specific environment. Every bone, every muscle, every instinct shaped by millions of years of adaptation, specialized, perfect for that one way of life. And then that environment changes rapidly, dramatically. The ice melts, the grasslands become forests, the prey animals shift, change, migrate. The predator, so perfectly specialized, suddenly finds itself mismatched, out of place, struggling. The specialization that was an advantage becomes a liability. The large body that was powerful requires enormous amounts of food, and food is no longer available. The mighty creature, so impressive, so powerful, cannot adapt quickly enough, and it passes away. This is not failure. It is the nature of life, of adaptation, that perfection in one moment can become vulnerability in the next. The mammoth, the saber-tooth, the giant sloth, they were not weak, they were magnificently adapted, but adaptation is specific to specific conditions, and conditions change. Your understanding deepens, recognizing both the wonder of adaptation and its limits. Understanding that change, whether climate or culture, always brings winners and losers. Those that adapt survive. Those that cannot pass away. About 10,000 years ago, the last mammoths walked the earth. The last saber-toothed cats hunted their prey, and then they were gone. But they left their traces, their bones, their teeth, their tusks, preserved for us to find, to study, to understand. These creatures live on in our knowledge, in our stories, in our museums, in our imagination. When you think of the woolly mammoth, you are connecting across 10,000 years to a creature that was real, that lived, that struggled, that faced a changing world, just as all creatures do. Modern humans, unlike the mammoths, survived the transition. We adapted. We changed our hunting techniques. We developed new tools. We learned to gather plants, to fish, to adapt to new environments. our flexibility, our creativity, our ability to pass knowledge between generations. These traits allowed us to survive where others could not. You carry this inheritance, this adaptability, this creativity, this capacity to learn and change. When you face challenges, when circumstances shift, you are drawing on the deep well of human adaptability, the trait that kept us alive through ice ages, through extinction events, through change after change. Throughout the prehistoric past, life has followed a pattern of increasing complexity. In the early Cenozoic, after the extinction of the dinosaurs, mammals were small, simple, with small brains, living in forests, adapted for a way of life very different from today. Over tens of millions of years, mammals began to adapt to different environments. Some took to the air, becoming bats. Some entered the water, becoming whales, dolphins, seals. Some remained on land but specialized. For grasslands, for deserts, for mountains. Brain sizes increased, particularly in predators, then in prey, then in predators again. This arms race of intelligence drove the evolution of smarter, more capable creatures. The primates, which first appeared about 50 million years ago, were early mammals, small tree dwellers with grasping hands, adapted for climbing. From these primates, apes evolved. From apes, hominids, beings that walked upright. Over time, brains grew larger. Technology developed, language emerged, cooperation became more complex, until finally, perhaps 300,000 years ago, modern humans, Homo sapiens, appeared. Each stage, from small mammal to ape to hominid to human, built upon the previous stage, using what was already present, modifying it, adapting it, creating something new. This is evolution, not as a ladder but as a branching tree, with countless paths, countless experiments, most ending in extinction. Some continuing forward. Your mind is absorbing this, understanding that you are not separate from this process, but a product of it, that in your body, your brain, your genes, you carry the entire history of these transformations. And now, as deeper rest approaches, sense this understanding freshly. Evolution is like the growth of a tree. Starting from a simple seed, it sprouts, sends out branches, each branch grows, and from it, smaller branches emerge. Each branch reaching for light, adapting to wind, to water, to soil. Some branches grow strong, others wither, yet all are part of the same tree, connected at the roots. The mammal is the seed and trunk. The rodents and primates are branches. The apes are smaller branches coming off the primate branch. The hominids are twigs, and humans are the newest leaf, still growing, still extending, still reaching. But crucially, the leaf is connected to the twig, which is connected to the branch, which is connected to the trunk, which draws nutrients from the roots. Every part depends on every other part. Every innovation stands on previous innovations. Every new species builds on the bodies, the behaviors, the adaptations of its ancestors. You are not separate from nature. You are nature, expressing itself in human form. Each part of you, your hands, your eyes, your brain, reflects millions of years of evolution. You are a summary, a culmination, a current expression of life's vast experiment. Your understanding resonates, recognizing that you are not above nature, but deeply, intimately woven into it. In your own body, you carry evidence of all these stages. Your hands with their grasping ability, inherited from tree-dwelling primates. Your eyes positioned to see in 3 dimensions, adapted for tree life. Your upright posture, inherited from hominids who walked the African savanna. Your large brain, developed over millions of years. When you feel an instinct, when you experience an emotion, when you face a challenge, you are tapping into abilities developed across evolutionary time. Your fear response, inherited from prey animals avoiding predators. Your cooperation drive, inherited from social primates. Your creativity, the newest development, uniquely human. The evolutionary stages are not just history, they are alive in you. They shape how you perceive, how you move, how you think. When you hold an infant, and it instinctively grasps your finger, you are witnessing evolution expressing itself. The primate hand, still present, still functioning in modern humans. Your understanding deepens, recognizing that prehistoric Earth history is not distant, not alien, but intimately yours, written into your very being, expressed in every moment of your life. You are not simply observers of evolution. You are evolution, continuing, adapting, expressing itself through human form. And now, as this journey through prehistoric Earth comes to a gentle close, let these understandings settle into the deepest parts of your mind. The vast span of time, 252 million years from the first dinosaurs to the present moment, all of this is settling into you naturally. Your mind is integrating, organizing, strengthening these knowings. You understand that the Mesozoic era, the age of dinosaurs, was a full and complete epoch, lasting 135 million years, more than 500 million years before humans appeared. You know that an asteroid impact 66 million years ago changed everything, opened doors, made possible the rise of mammals. You recognize that mammals, small and hidden for millions of years, seized the opportunity, diversified, evolved into countless forms, from bats to whales, from primates to horses, each adapting to its own special way of life. You know that ice ages cycled cold and warm, and life adapted to each change. That magnificent creatures, the mammoths, the saber-toothed cats, roamed the Pleistocene world. And then, as conditions shifted, they passed away, leaving traces for us to find, to understand, to remember. You understand that evolution, slow and gradual, building complexity over millions of years, created the conditions for human consciousness, for thought, for awareness, for the ability to understand these very patterns that created you. All of this is settling into you now, organizing at the deepest levels of your mind. Your brain is not working, is not struggling, but is absorbing naturally, integrating, strengthening. Your understanding of prehistoric Earth is becoming part of you, part of how you know the world. Thank yourself for giving your mind this quiet learning space, for opening yourself to these vast spans of time, for being willing to hold these immense stories in your awareness. Thank the fossil record, which preserves these stories. Thank the scientists who have pieced together Earth's history. Thank your own ancestors who survived, who adapted, who made your existence possible. Set an intention as you drift toward deeper sleep. Tomorrow, these insights will flow into your awareness when needed. A word will remind you, an image will surface, a feeling will guide you, and you will recognize the presence of these ancient understandings, living in you, shaping you, connecting you to the vast span of Earth's history. Your breath is slow, steady, deep. Your muscles are completely relaxed. Your mind is peaceful, quiet, open. You are safe, held by the knowledge that you are part of something vast, continuous, connected to all the life that came before. As you drift now into deep sleep, into the realm where memory and dream merge, know that these stories continue their work in you, organizing, integrating, strengthening. Your mind is absorbing everything, effortlessly, naturally, gently. Sleep now, deeply, peacefully. Let yourself be held by prehistoric Earth, by dinosaurs, by ice ages, by the vast journey of life itself. Know that you are part of this story, that it continues through you, that your existence is as a direct continuation of patterns that began millions of years ago. Your understanding is complete, your learning is done. Now only rest remains, soft, deep, restorative rest.